This world is sour. This world is sour. And here, sourer still, a stinking sump of rust and ruin. A hollow, boiling beneath the reel. The landlord here was a hungry man. Took everything he could. Money, time, teeth, blood. Folded in on himself with the want. Then it found him. Bound him in a hell all his own. Twisted him monstrous. Gave back that hunger tenfold and watched it run rampant. By the time we found him, there were dozens dead in their beds. Normal folk can't see it. They can't taste the rot on their tongue. But you can. It's in your soul. It marked you as one of its own. And one day, it'll take you too. But not today. Today, we make this world better. Today, we cut that cancer out with blade and bullet. Come with me into the hollow. You are a hunter. And today, you will hunt.
Hi everyone, welcome to our actual play of Hollows, The Sins of Grisham Priory, sort of. The title is a work in progress, you may never get one, and that's okay. We are here this week, we're really excited to be back, and you know, if you didn't get a chance to check it out in the interim, Chant and I did some developing of a hollow, and you're going to help us as well, or I mean you can, that sounded, you know, you're going to do it. Yeah. So anyway, this is going great. If you want to pick up The Sins of Grisham Priory, you can do so at rdgames.com/hollows. And you should also head over to that backer kit and get involved in the sort of conversation that we're having about this hollow that we're building. So for now, that's pretty much everything. Thanks to Sam Lamont for the awesome art that you are seeing displayed, the little weapons bits that come across the screen and the background, and thank you all for being here. Thank you. We have Chant Evans and Elaine Lithgow and Chris Taylor all playing, and myself, CJ Starry, and then you've got Grant Howitt, who is our GM. So with that, I don't think I've forgotten anything, and if I do, I'll tell you at the end. Grant. Nope, the other way. Grant.
Hello. Hi. The other way, apparently. Hi, my name's Grant Howard. I'm here to GM. Hopefully this will be the third episode you're watching, or maybe the fourth, depending on how keen you are. I've been in Poland for a week, and now I'm back and ready to murder. So, when last we spoke, our brave hunters had just defeated the tailor, a sort of spider slash seamstress slash in textile factory, and defeated her pretty tidily, despite the fact that I nearly killed one of them. Nearly killed two of them, from what I can remember. Or maybe it was just one guy twice. However, point being, I'm ready to kill. And I'm so ready to kill, and I'm so eager to get started that we're not gonna do any of that exploration nonsense. In fact, I'm gonna destroy the floor underneath you. Because if we were to explore, you would have to go back through things you'd already looked at. And I think it's much more exciting to just destroy the floor straight out. So, weakened by the efforts of your combat and the straining of the tailor, it seems as though her red strands were keeping keeping the attic of this place, the vestry, together. And now she's dead, ain't working no more. And there's a tremendous, there's a creaking, and dust filters down, falls down from rafters far above, and then an almighty smash as the floor falls through, and then another almighty smash as the floor beneath that falls through. As you smash into the, what's it called? The crypt. The crypt has some intro text. Here we are. A crumbling, damp limestone vault carved out of the rock beneath the temple, with tree roots questing down from the surface above. The central chamber yawns impossibly tall above the hunters' heads. Around the entrance, a ward of withered Rowan roots has been placed to offer protection. As the hunters approach, they can hear devotional chanting issuing forth from cracked throats. They can't because they're falling through the floor, but let's, you know what? The shot takes place. We see this sort of dark corridor vault style thing, and you can see an enormous hulking figure at the far end, and torches and lanterns being waved around by cultists of some sort, who are chanting devotionally. And yeah, then the roof falls in, bringing you and probably several tons of masonry with it. Lining the walls of the structure and enshrined in mausolea are dozens of sarcophagi, decorated with statues of the bishop in repose, as though he has died multiple times. As the hunters progress through the vault, the caskets become larger and the statues more monstrous and draconic. Opening any of the graves has an effect. Well, there's stuff in there. But you don't get to look at that now, because again, you've just fallen through the fucking roof. As you smash into the ground, and ancient flagstones cracking beneath you, the monstrous porcine form of the vicar turns around and makes an awful noise. Hang on, let's see if I can go. No. No, I can't. All right. It says, the walls echoing with this creature's hideous noise. And we'll get out the little character we have for it. When I say little character, I mean massive character. Where is he? Come on. Boop. There he is. Let's make him a little bit bigger as well.
It's a large lad.
No, he's quite large enough, Grant.
Boop. Well, he doesn't do any more damage if I make him bigger. He's big. Him big. Fun fact, for fans of Hollows, every Hollows entity was originally shorter until we got through the drawing for the bishop, and it had some people in it for scale, and we were like, fuck it, they're all huge now. So, yeah, there you go. That's how tightly I was attached to the theming of the game. But the bishop turns around and howls monstrous. And we'll get a little bit more fluff, and then we'll work out who's going where. The vicar. The domestic pig is sacred to the Viridians. It is the ultimate expression of mankind's dominance over nature. The vicar was once human, a priest who collaborated with the bishop, covering up his many indiscretions and taking a sizable cut for himself. Drawn into the hollow, he has transformed into a bloated pig creature, and his vestments have long ago torn and molded into filthy rags. Surrounding him is a gang of malnourished lay preachers and attendants, bearing improvised polearms and battered shields. On occasion, in moments of desperate hunger, he will grab one of them and eat them whole. Plenty more where they came from. Because you've got 5 curse, that we are going to trigger the first doom thing, which gives him improvised barricades. So the noise of your fights outside the building and upstairs have alerted his congregation that something's amiss. So they have built barricades out of pews and devotional art and bits of masonry, which means that his range defense is increased to 10 from 8, so he's a little bit harder to hit, but not too much to worry about. Unlike the Tailor, he doesn't use Curse. We don't need to worry about any of that. But he does hit really hard. He's also got a really effective heal, so look out for that. Because there is one more review than planned for, I get to do some enhancements. So I'm going to increase his resolve by 1 and increase his wounds by 2, bring him up to 8 resolve and 14 wounds. So not too much to worry about. Eh? I also get to pick I figure this guy's probably hunger, so I get to pick an ability which, so I get to pick an enhancement which keys off that. But I'm going to see how you start fighting him, and then we'll go from there. I am also going to bring down his scale a little bit so I can see the board. So, without any further ado, let's get a initiative check, please. This will be versus his range defense of 10. So you're gonna be rolling under your sharp, and you're looking to roll under your sharp and over 10, please. And tell me what kind of success you got.
Fail.
Good stuff.
Fail.
Good stuff.
Fail.
Good stuff.
We did fall through a ceiling, so.
Okay. Under sharp and over 10. That's good.
I'd like to point out as well that
Over sharp, and over
Fail.
10. So
Good stuff.
I got a 20. In other
Hey,
other
well
systems-
done.
Oh,
Yeah, you did fall through the roof. What were you going to say, Lynn?
I was going to say, we fell from the vestry through the crypt, which means that all of those wonderful downtrodden people that we met in the cloisters, for just a brief moment, they're just like, oh, the fight sounds to be going so well up there, soon we'll be liberated, and then just the roof falls through, crushes a bunch of them, and then we're just a brief moment of, hi, and then back down again, like peering around the hole, looking down. Oh my gosh. We are not heroes.
Well, you're certainly making the area, like, once you seal the hollow, the area around should hopefully be a little bit healthier. But I get to place all you, and I get to work out where you're going to go. And I think I might open up with a really horrendous attack right off the bat. So I'm going to put every single one of you in. Oh fuck! I can't do it. It
that's
needs
what we like to hear.
We went through and took out all the alpha strikes.
Yeah, it needs threat. All right, fine. Well, I can't alpha strike, but I can do something interesting. Cool. Yeah, that could be fun. What's my resolve? Yeah, that's fun. I might key into that one. For the time being, I'm going to put you any 2 adjacent close areas. Love adjacent close areas. Right, so that is. I think I've just grabbed someone who wasn't actually being played. Who's
Yeah,
this
that's me.
character?
That's me.
Chris goes for the shotgun. This is Chan.
Nope, that's CJ.
CJ, great. Okay, put you over there.
No, wait, that's Elaine.
No, that's
Delayed.
Rosie.
That's me.
Green
That's
is Rosie.
good stuff. And then CJ is of course a rifle.
The embodiment
Okay.
of a rifle wearing a crown.
So, as you smash into the ground, the vicar turns around, howls at you, and starts lumbering towards you as you are as you're dragging yourself to your feet. It seems it's too big for the space, right? It's absolutely giant. It's inside a vault, but it's taller than the vault should be. So there's things like dark souls crushed in, like a Dancer of the Boreal Valley crushed in here, coming towards you on all fours, scraping the ground as it thunders through the dust that you cascades down from the hole above. And it's going to do a sweep attack. The beast bears a club built from the beast bears a club built from broken pews and shattered masonry. This must target all hunters in any 2 adjacent close areas. Tier 9, quick, 3 versus 3. 3 damage to 3 wounds or 3 resolve. I take 1 resolve damage per hunter targeted, so I'm going to take 4 resolve right off the bat. But everyone, please make me a TN9 quick check, please, as it grabs a shattered pew and then tries to swipe it across all of you.
I just rolled a 20.
Good man.
I got a critical success.
Bad woman.
Rosie laughs in the face of damage. Taking damage is cringe.
Is that like, is that like she takes it on the shield and then just sort of rises up, or is this a dodge?
I think it's much more thematic for Rosie to take it on the shield and just break through it.
In which
That's what
case,
she's like.
if this is Rosie over here, let's just have Chris like the attack stops on Rosie.
Mm.
Boom, boom, boom. CJ.
I rolled under my stat, but 9 is. Am I meant to roll over or under that? Sorry.
Equal to, so that's bang on. You're fine.
Okay. Well, no. I
Oh.
mean, I didn't roll it. 9 was.
All right.
I rolled a 13. So
Yeah. Okay.
I
Cool.
think
There you
that's
go.
So
So that is.
under your stat is a normal success. Under your stat and over the target number is
Is a
good.
critical. Okay. Yeah. So I got a success, just not a nice one.
I'm going to increase.
Same
the damage.
here.
I'm going to increase the damage of this attack. With Keen as one of the default enhancements, choose an attack or interrupt action that deals damage to a hunter. That action inflicts +2 resolve and +1 wound damage. So this now does 5/4. As an enormous. Yeah, you're all right. So, Chris, 4 wounds, please.
Certainly.
It's
As
your
you get
shotgun.
to,
Yeah,
when
your shotgun's
you-
loaded, right?
I was going to say my shotgun's loaded, so when you've finished calculating
Brilliant.
stuff, I'll do that.
Okay, and is that resolve for everyone else?
Yep.
Cool. 5 resolve damage for each of you, please.
Son of a.
As this
Is
thing.
that including crit success? Sorry. Or...
Oh, on a crit success, you're fine. You don't take any
Oh,
damage.
I'm fine. No worries.
Yeah, there's a it. Chant and CJ. Sorry, what are your characters' names again? It's been a week. Merlin and Alexandra barely get out the way or are smacked aside by this enormous tied, like lashed together masonry club. It catches Chris's character full in the chest and then kind of hits a lane with Chris. But I presume you shoot me in the face while that happens, Chris.
Well, I'm going to try. It's not looking promising.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. 15.
That is the
Okay.
lowest number I've rolled today.
Well, you haven't
No,
taken your
good.
turn yet. So how many wounds? He's got 4. He's got 15 wounds, so I need to get some more of that. Then for my that's a tremendous first action. I'm very happy with all of that. And then I'm going to do something else.
It's very like whack-a-mole. Bunch of hunters just land in front of you, and you're just like, ooh, showing.
Squeal and thump.
I'm going to take this opportunity to pile some more damage on, I think, rather than heal. I can heal next turn. It's going to do Bellowing Prayer, which is a maneuver, which is fun. Mangled half-human howls that hang in the air like greasy smoke. So after the masonry and pew club smashes off Rosie's shield, it staggers back, taking that resolve damage, and spits on the ground. And there's it spits out. It flows like squid ink in water, basically. These horrible, disgusting syllables coming out of its mouth. Targets all hunters in close. TN8 versus Wise, please. So that is task number 8 versus Wise. 2 resolve, 1 wound.
That's another wound gone from me.
Top draw.
I
And my
have
shotgun's
failed.
still loaded.
I got another critical success.
Hey, well done!
What the heck?
I have succeeded, not in any critical way.
Okay, cool. 2 resolve then for you, CJ.
Oh,
Chant.
What
Failed.
happens when you hit 0 resolve?
You're broken, so
Cool.
all damage becomes wounds to you, basically.
Right, yeah, okay. That's fine. It's only the first part.
Yeah, you'd be fine. There's none of you have taken a turn yet. You're fine. He's only got 3 resolve.
I made Alexandra like this. I am reaping what I sowed. It's fine.
Cool. And then at the end of his turn, he's going to place some threat. He gets to place 3 threat in a round. So where's my threat? Here it is. I'm going to put 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here, and got a 2. Delightful. Actually, there. And actually put it there in case you run away. Cool. So, that's me. That's the end of my turn. Like the dust. The dust doesn't quite have time to settle, but the 4 of you are now on the attack, or perhaps on the more focused defense. So we can go in any order you'd like.
You'll be pleased to know that because you did another wound to me, I also missed with that, and my shotgun's empty.
Cool.
Not your day,
Doing
buddy.
well.
This is
No.
going great.
Well,
15
I
is
was-
still the lowest I've rolled.
I was really keen to show off the death mechanics as well, so maybe that'll
Yeah, so
happen
that's
this
going
time.
to work out.
Yeah.
Sounds like we might.
Okay. You can go in any order you like. From what I can remember, please discuss amongst yourselves who you think would be best to take the lead.
A moment of metagaming for CJ to edit out of the video, maybe. Do we want to just let someone die in this fight? Because if so, I won't dance around healing people this turn.
No, heal. It's going to happen anyway.
I think someone will die regardless.
It could happen, yeah.
It's feeling like it.
Yeah.
I
You
mean, I'm
think?
already broken and we haven't even started.
I mean, I've got 3 wounds.
Someone's
I've
going
lost
down.
5.
Jeez,
It's-
okay.
These goddamn squishy occultists,
also
I
have-
swear.
I also
You got
have
decent
3
hard
reserves.
stat, right, Chris?
Sorry?
Have you got decent hard stat with the shotgun?
12, yeah. Not bad.
Okay, might work.
As again, the lowest I've rolled is a 15.
Okay, well, then yeah,
As a
Who's going
side
first?
note, I took Rivers of Blood as my tier 1 ability.
tremendous.
There's a lot of things relying on bleeding, which I'm hoping to start transitioning out of for Alex eventually. But right now, thematically, that works. I'm gonna die.
Well, in which case, let's have someone else soften it up so we can try and get a bleed off on it with CJ's knife.
Yeah, I think for me maybe.
I think Rosie is the toughest person. Like the one who's not currently reeling.
Yeah, I guess. I can. So I've got control. So I start the fight readied, as I do. So I think I will use my ready. I'll expend ready to grant an ally an immediate reload, which sounds good for Sergeant Weeks, on account of, please shoot that thing. Please hit
Oh,
it.
no. It gets a
So
free attack.
Second I reload, I attack.
Yep. So that's just Rosie
15.
bracing you after being hit.
Oh, it's a 9! It's a 9!
It does damage.
Let's go.
What's its close?
11.
So it just takes 1 resolve.
1 result. Well, that brings it down to 2. Cool. Okay, you've granted a reload.
Yes, I have granted a reload. So that doesn't take one of my maneuvers. That's just a thing I can do. So I think for my next one, I'm just going to try and do a big bonk on this thing and see what we can do. So I'll be attacking with my strong bludgeon. Let's go. Come on. That is a nat 1. So that will be I assume that's under. So just a standard success then. So that'll
Fantastic.
be 2-2.
2-2. Tremendous news, everyone. It's broken.
Let's go.
Terrible news, everyone.
It's broken.
When first broken, bestial panic. The vicar cries out in pain, and the building shudders in response. Make a rotting ruins attack against every hunter, ignoring the usual threat cost.
Oh no.
This is the vicar's interrupt. I wanted the vicar. Well, we wanted the vicar to be
Oh.
to feel quite lumbery. So rather than having an interrupt where he's swiping at you, it's an interrupt where the building's falling down. Now, Chan, was that? Oh, you uncovering the fact that when I make an interrupt maneuver, I get hurt.
Yes. One
Okay,
result, please.
Got none to give you, mate.
Balls.
Um,
Yes.
So everyone, please, TN 10, quick. No one has a terrain tag, so that's fine. But if you did, it hurts more.
Oof.
That's a success.
Fantastic. 2 results.
That's a fail.
1 wound, please.
Failure.
1 wound, please, Rosie.
I reckon that'll be a failure for me. Yeah.
1 wound, Alex.
On the plus side, my shotgun's loaded.
Let's see if you can shoot him.
Never mind.
Jeez, oh, Chris.
Shotgun's unloaded.
Okay.
15. No, 9. 9's my lowest now. I did do a sub 10.
There's the pig vicar howls in pain as Rosie smashes the side of its head in with her hammer, and it's the ceiling's already falling, and it falls in some more, and huge bits of masonry smash into you. However, Chris, you've still got a whole turn left. Actually, I'm sorry, and Elaine, you've still got a maneuver, right?
Yeah, I still have 1 maneuver left.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I think I will guard again
Okay.
to get my ready token back. And yeah.
Cool. Okay. Chris, let's see if you can't hit this.
Okay, so the first thing I need to do is reload, which prompts a 1-1 hit. Never mind.
Never mind. Okay.
And then we've got to try and hit with the new solid shot, which is the ability I picked up from Taylor Fight, which gives the shotgun a wound profile of 1-3.
What is what is it? Is it like a? Is it like I'm trying to think, like an iron bobbin? What is it? Is there anything like? Have you taken anything from the Taylor?
Yeah, I guess one of those, like using those like spindles that you keep. I was about string on, whatever fancy string is for clothes.
I also quite like the idea of just like rather than having a solid shot, it's a handful of cursed needles, which have greater penetration but tighter spread.
Sure.
But yeah, cool. Let's see if you can roll under 12.
11.
Woo.
What's your stat?
14.
14. Cool. Well, that is 3 wounds.
That'll do 3 wounds.
What does that
And
look
then I
like?
need to flip my token. It's still loaded. So yeah, that's just a big old spray of, I guess, nail-sized needles, because they'd be bigger, right? Because he was not a small tailor.
Much like yourself, she was not a small tailor.
Mm.
And I like the idea that they look like you're some of them are spontaneously manifesting red string, tying it to your shotgun.
Okay.
Which is quite cool. That is the end of your turn.
I get. No, mind, Karen.
Cool, you're good. And I'm going to spend one of these threats to. No, I'm not going to spend that threat. I'm saving that for my own delicious turn. Right. Then we'll go around the table. Let's go for CJ.
All right. I think naturally, given that she's in close right now, Alexandra's gonna try and stab it.
Classic.
The classic Alexandra. I think maybe there's
Always
a little
stabbing
bit,
things.
always stabbing things. I think maybe it's a little less bloodthirsty in this moment as they've just fallen through a collapsed ceiling, and maybe a little more panic. But nonetheless, the thing she goes for is the dagger. So that is gonna be. I will. What is my TN there? I am attacking with quick.
Close TN. Your defense is 11, but he's broken. So any hit you do will become a wound.
Love that. All right, let's have a look. Boop, 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 boop. Just sliding over to my dice. Come on, dice. Okay. Nope.
What's quick?
I'm over my stat by 1, so I fail.
Heartbreaking. I like the idea of like you definitely stab it. And there's like you lodge your dagger in its back and carve a great hole, and there's just more of that horrible like black inky smoke spills out, cloying over your hands. You still got a maneuver. What are you going to do with it?
Oh boy. I'm gonna move. The inclination is to move. I think I'm gonna move.
Oh, do you get anything on a miss, by the way, CJ?
Yes, I can move for free. So
well.
Don't know if I really want to move all the way out into support. So maybe I will do my free movement, which is scramble. When you miss with an attack, you may move as an immediate action. And then I think I'm going to focus.
Okay. Groovy. Grab yourself a token.
Yes.
And then finally, it's chant. Or chant.
Yes. Either way.
Nasty.
Merlin hasn't got up yet. He's still on his back, like half under a chunk of masonry, and this is the first time he's
just full wicked witching it from underneath it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Scrambling out of there. He's probably left like a chunk of coat behind. And I'm gonna go join my little friends in front here. And then I'm gonna extract the book from my doctor's bag and start frantically yelling words of healing into the sergeant's face.
His bloody, partially blind face.
Yeah. So that's one wound for me. I love how this goes, but let's see what I can do for Chris. Oh, yeah, that's 3 wounds restored for the sergeant.
Tremendous.
Lovely, thank you.
What does that look like when you heal?
I think in this case, like, I think often it's like a cool scientific procedure, but in this case, no. It is some old fucking wizard shit that's in the back of the book that he would not use if he wasn't this desperate. It's just a spell. Like, no pretense.
Cool. It's yeah, okay, cool. It's like it's remnants of the old gods. I like to imagine that they're like your words, the syllables are catching in a similar way to whatever the pig vicar's stuff is doing, but in a different color for ease of identification.
Slightly less of a greasy tinge about it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, not as an action at any point, I may place 1 threat on my area. So, getting his shit together now that he's standing between Rosie and the sergeant, and everything feels a little bit more controllable. He draws the sword, and what feeble light is making it down here flashes on it. And I'd like to place 1 threat on my area, Grant.
Sure.
Just as a gift to you.
Oh, thanks, man. All right.
I'm going to restore 1 resolve to myself.
Okay. Oh, is that the sword's
The
above?
sword does the thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Delightful news. So, Pig Vicar's turn. He's going to. He's not going to make any interrupts because he's really eager to keep hold of that threat. Let's go for maneuvers. Gorge, a fitting tithe and a noble end. Restore 5 resolve. Reduce close defense by 1 for the rest of the hunt. So he eats one of the guys who's hanging around him, basically. Let's get 5 resolve out. There is the congregation of lay preachers and zealots are trying to basically pointing at the 3 of you. It lunges forward, grabs one, ignores the 3 of you. I think he's going to try and eat CJ.
Beautiful.
Mr. Merlin, I thought we were supposed to eat the pigs. This is very confusing.
Oh wait, no, that's entirely backwards. And I should focus on normalizing you. No, we'll kill CJ. That sounds like fun. Charge, head down, pounding towards you on all 4s. Target 1 hunter in any area that contains threat. Here it is.
Good lord.
TN 11, hard. 5 wounds for... Sorry, 5 resolve, 4 wounds.
Okay. T and 11 hard. Let's go. Oh no. Oh, I rolled under my under both. Yep, cool. I rolled under both.
So that means you take 5 resolve damage.
Right. So
Are you still broken?
I am dead because I was broken and I had 2
great.
wounds
Well,
left. So...
well, you take 4 wounds. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, unfortunately, your focus is now gone.
Yeah, I think so.
The good news is though you're dying rather than dead.
Right.
As this thing ignores everyone else, lunges over, and smashes into you, and then for the sake for narrative ease, turns back towards everyone else, and bellows. It doesn't do anything else fancy on that, but you are now dying. It's made its attack, and it's going to place some more threat.
I was on 2 wounds and broken when that happened, so it was good. Even with a success.
Probably could have just dropped some ceiling on you in retrospect.
Yeah. You could have... A heavy breeze would have killed Alexander.
Yeah,
Alright,
I have stuff. I could have reduced damage and everything you took, but even then, I think it still wouldn't have done the job.
Yeah, I needed... So I had 2 wounds. That did, I think, 4, so...
Oh, so it still would have, because I could have halved that, but... No.
All right. There is a crunching as Alexandra's body is crushed beneath this enormous vicar. And now it's everyone else's go. I've placed my threat. Chris, Elaine, Chant, and CJ. Although maybe leave CJ for later.
So if I actually manage to hit anything, I can help moving people towards CJ.
Great.
But that is predicated on me actually hitting something.
Okay.
So let's try that. Try with the shotgun.
Don't focus up. Don't need to.
Yeah, I do, but that just does resolve,
Mhm.
which is not good.
No.
No, I need to do wounds to make anything happen.
This is knockback from the shotgun, right?
Yeah.
I think it works on. I think it works
Yeah,
on any
I'm
damage.
reading half my abilities was one thing and half the other. Yes. So it takes 2 resolve,
Mhm.
and then somebody can make a move action.
Yeah, as you blast it back. So anyone can move. Is it any hunter at close?
Reposition 1 hunter at close or remove a threat.
So you could even Elaine could even keep her terrain if she wanted. But up to you, Chris. What do you want to do?
Who wants to move? Who's going to try and help get CJ up? Basically.
Send me over.
Okay, so I'll shift you in range front.
Send Merlin in. They got this.
Yeah. And then I am going to hop over to flank right.
Okay.
Rosie's like, all right, stay behind me, and then everyone runs away from behind her. What are we doing?
I like that so far. It's just, I mean, not exclusively, but that it just seems like Merlin and Alexandra are taking turns trying to keep each other up.
Yeah, it's nice.
We keep each other busy.
All right. Desperate to try and delete some of this text. It simply won't have it. Yeah, there we go. Right, the other one's underneath the attack map. Right, cool. So, Chris, you've gone. Let's go for Merlin.
Alright, I'm gonna go and join Alex. Not that literally, mate. Jesus. You know what, fine. I need to be down here anyway. I've got to scrabble around and do some emergency surgery. So I'm going to guard to attempt to revive Alex.
Cool, that does work.
When I guard, someone in my area, an ally in my area, gains 1 resolve. I assume that doesn't apply to dying allies.
I don't see why not. If you guard, that gets them back up, so you might as well give Alex two resolve and 1 wound rather than 1 and 1.
Indeed.
I like that.
Ouch! I've got to make a test for healing, haven't I?
No,
Gross. No.
no, not to bring someone back from dying.
Oh, fantastic.
It only works once. But then, like, if you do proper healing and support rather than just standing Alex up on her feet, then it'd be good to go. But yes, you're
Well,
done.
in that case, Alex comes back with focus.
Oh.
When I guard, a lot of shit happens.
Oh yeah, fantastic. All right. So let's have So that's is that wizardry, or are you just really like?
Oh no, this
Like,
is
you locked
fucking
in.
science. Although this by
Amphetamines.
science, I mean he's probably feeding Alex something that he's harvested from one of the previous entities.
Right. Okay.
They seem to have a natural vigor. Now she can have some.
Alex, let's go.
Right, well, I think standing up, being put back on her feet by Merlin, there's maybe a few bones going the wrong way, but it's mostly fine. She's just like, thanks. And she looks at the book for a minute, and then she goes, I'm just gonna try and throw the dagger.
Okay.
Which for me, it is sharp.
Okay.
Sharp.
It's you going to expend focus to roll with advantage? You're hanging on to that to defend. Yeah, that's the stuff.
Nope.
2d10. Oh, down you go. 2d10. Come along, little hunter.
Okay. So
2d20.
yes.
Pick
And
high.
what
Pick
is the
whichever one you want.
TN?
TN is for ranged 10.
Okay, and my range stat is sharp, which is an 11.
Okay.
We will roll these both and see what happens. That is. Oh god, everything
Oh, it's
froze for me.
Frozen in midair.
Oh nope, that's just it's just frozen. Come back.
Matrix.
Nope, that lives there
No,
now. All right, I'll roll this one twice. Well, that's
I
a one.
fear the other one might not take. I think this may be a problem in Tabletop Simulator.
Yep, that's just gonna live there, and that's fine. I'm just gonna roll this one twice. So the first
Okay.
thing I got is a 1, which is great. That's a success.
Okay.
Let's... The other one I got is a 12, which is not.
That's bang on your stat, right?
No, my stat is 11.
Ah. heartbreaking.
Unfortunately.
Cool. Well,
I still have
that
a
is
success.
that's 2 resolve, which is useful as the knife plunges into the. I like the idea of the knife plunging into the hole that you cut earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And then sort of like magically worming its way back to you. It's down to 1 resolve.
Okay.
Which means we've got Elaine, you're up.
I'm gonna take my maneuver.
Oh god, I forgot. Sorry, yeah.
That's
Do that.
okay. Most of my stuff relies on him having wounds, so I think it's just. I think I am going to. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of threat everywhere.
Oh, Constantly, yeah.
Golly. I'm gonna. Do I want to move or do I want to focus? I'm gonna focus again.
Okay.
I might
Cool.
regret that later. We'll find out.
I think it suits Alexandra. Right. So then we've got Elaine as the final character.
Oh no. So Rosie suddenly found herself split between like two groups here. There's this. Everyone's so squishy. Why are they all so squishy? Who do I protect? But I think at this point she's trusting Merlin and Alexandra to look after each other. So Rosie's gonna leave this threat token behind, good, and scoot over into flank right.
You'll use that terrain, right?
Yeah.
Oh
With
yeah, sorry, there's
Sergeant.
I forgot to do terrain. It's 6 sheltered, 2 elevated,
Mhm.
which is a lot of sheltered terrain. Because I destroy terrain at the Pig Vicar, but no one's I've not been able to hit anyone yet. So go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move over here, and then I think I will once more expend ready. Or wait, are you loaded or unloaded, Sergeant?
Loaded currently.
You're loaded. Okay.
Ooh.
So I could. Oh, I can't give you focus. Take cover or move. I think in this case, actually, then Rosie's just going to slide on over here and try and go for the kneecaps. It seems to work quite well in past entities.
Good stuff.
Take a good old swing.
Close defensive 10.
14 is a critical success.
What's that? 4 wounds? How many wounds is that?
It's 2 damage.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
2 damage. So you add an extra 2 for the crit.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember correctly, that increases your base damage, doesn't it?
It does as well. Yeah, increase.
Right,
It'll be a 3/3.
What does that look like?
This is just, Rosie remembering something that Merlin said once upon a time, which is, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, mate. Whack on the knee. And then just, let gravity do the rest, right?
Remember, no matter how dark the situation may seem, everything has fucking knees. And no one likes getting hit in the knee.
Yeah.
Cool.
it.
Yeah. Okay. There was a guy standing in front of his knee. One of these sort of lay preacher guys with a shield tries to get in the way, and you absolutely muller him. And you smash him back into the vicar and pound down over and over with that rhythmic sound, cracking the knee apart. And it is horrible. That's more like it. Oh, and now it's my turn.
These dice are like rolling so hot today for Rosie. I can't even.
What are we doing? I'm at max threat, so I should probably start spending some of this.
I just want to have a wee whinge that the die that froze in the air apparently stopped on my stat. Fuck it. It's fine. I had to get that out.
That makes it more like the end of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah!
All right.
Don't
you!
forget about me.
I'm going to spend a threat to try and let's see if we can't drop some stuff on CJ.
Oh, you're spending a threat? You're spending
Yeah,
a
I am
threat
spending
in
a
my
threat.
area. Cool.
Yeah. Oh no.
So, when threat is removed from my area to trigger or enhance an entity action, which I assume this will qualify.
Yeah, I'm going to do Rotting Ruins.
Cool. I get to guard again, which means I get to restore 2 resolve.
Okay.
CJ gets to restore 1 resolve. There's more coming. Give me a minute. And CJ, you're already focused, aren't you?
I am focused, yeah. So you could
Okay, cool.
Can you focus yourself?
No, I can only do it
Aw.
for an ally, but I will place 1 more threat in my area, which means I can heal. No, I won't do that. There's nobody adjacent. Everybody's moved. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, just 2 resolve for me and 1 for you, CJ.
It tastes like
Thank
threat.
you.
I love threat.
So that is Rotting Ruins. TN10 versus Quick, CJ.
Okay. Let's roll the die that isn't just suspended in midair for the perpetuity of the game. 10 versus quick, right? Let's see here. My quick is. What did I... Oh, nope, that's a fail. I'm
Don't
above
worry.
both.
Grant, do take a point of resolve damage as well, though.
Oh, I will do. CJ, that's 1 wound.
Okay, that's actually.
How many do you have?
Well, none now.
Oh, okay.
I tried so fucking hard.
I have resolve.
Alas. Yeah, you
The will to live, but not the blood.
you are. It's there's this sort of rumbling noise and
Wait.
oh.
Oh, sorry. Can I use my focus as an advantage to defend for this?
Yeah, you can. Go on.
Okay, we'll see. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Let's see. I'm not hopeful. Oh, what was it? TN10, right?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I have a superior success. Let me get rid of my focus token. Gosh, that's helpful. Sorry, Grant.
That's okay. I just really like the image of like you dragging like Merlin dragging to your feet. It's like, don't worry, stand first, and you're utterly crushed.
Like, thump. But then I
Fire.
think that sort of does happen. Like her knees kind of buckle, and then she's like, "No, wait, no, I've got this," and she's just like, "Ugh."
That's our go.
Cool. Then it's my turn. So I'm gonna eat another guy. Which brings my close defense down to 9. I'm going to place too many text boxes because I can't use Tabletop Simulator. There we go. So that heals me 5 resolve, and I'm going to mash the tar out of. Oh, actually, wait. No, I can't. Okay, fine. I'm going to mash the tar out of the pair of yous up close because I feel like doing so. Is that sensible? Chris, you have hurt you. Oh,
Come
you're
on,
fine.
hit me.
Oh,
Oh, you're
basically
fine.
fine.
You're basically fine, aren't you, mate? Yeah. Sorry.
Chant healed me, and I decided to keep the wounds on.
Sorry, I nearly targeted the tank. I'm really sorry, everyone. Chant.
Yeah. Hi.
Have you got any threat in your area? You do have threat in your area. Great news, everyone. I'm going
You're once again spending threat in my area? No,
Nope.
you've already...
It doesn't. Not spending. It just has to be there. So I'm going to use again charge head down TN 10 versus hard.
No.
Good stuff. 4 wounds, please.
Oh no. Do you have 4 wounds, Mr. Merlin?
Hang on, that's not.
I do... Oh shit, that's CJ, sorry.
I do like the idea
There
of
we
that,
go.
but just
Right, I'm cool. Okay, that's the end of my turn. So I need to describe that in some way. I quite like the idea of rather than charging on the charge attack, that it's more of that falling masonry because that's kind of cool. So he's gonna grab a sees the roof breaking above you and lobs a part of his club, which smashes apart the roof and collapses on top of you. Which gives us which does crush Chant again. Sorry, Merlin again, but not in a dead way, more in a dying way.
Yeah.
It's the end of my turn. I get to play some threat. I've got threat everywhere I want it, really. I might as well put some there. And that brings me up to my cap, does it? Yeah, I've got threat everywhere on the board. Cool, nowhere I can't hurt you. Good stuff. Okay. Everyone else, good luck.
Oh no.
yeah.
You're like literally as far away as possible.
Well,
You could be.
I mean, CJ is there, so CJ can get
I'll do,
people back up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you want me to take a go before you, Elaine, to help try and push you that way so that you can do some defending over there?
Sure.
Okay, so let's try and take a shot from here. Just how much resolve has he got? 5. Without the solid slugs. It's a hit. 9 under
Cool.
hang on. What's his defense?
Ranged. Oh, close. Close is 9.
Ah, bollocks. It does a wound then,
Ah, okay.
which means I get none of the benefits I was after.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a wound though, so that's nice.
Yeah, 2. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Shut up.
Oh, good work. Yeah. You've got a maneuver spare, mate. I mean, also like it does. Isn't it any damage? Or is it just resolve damage for knockdown?
Resolve.
Okay, cool. So
When I inflict wound damage, I heal resolve, but I have not suffered any resolve damage in this fight.
Oh man. All right, cool. Well, you've got a maneuver if you want to do anything with it.
Cool. I'm gonna move.
Very good. All right, cool. I'm going to drop some masonry on you, mate.
No, Chief.
That is cool. TN10 versus quick, please.
Nope. Failed.
Cool. 1 wound, please.
And my shotgun's loaded.
Oh no! Okay.
Never mind. And it's still loaded.
Okay. Chant, I did spend some oh no, you're busy, aren't you?
It doesn't.
Okay,
matter.
yeah. All right, cool. Let's go for let's have CJ up next.
Yeah, I was thinking now is probably a good time for my maneuver. I'm definitely going to guard, so I can get Merlin back up. That's 1-1, right? So you're back up. Basically, I think that whatever Merlin has been crunched by, she just bends down and like pushes it off him.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
And she's like, not right now. And then she's gonna try and throw the knife back at the pig vicar again.
Okay.
For the attack. And that is ranged is sharp, so mine is 11. What's my TN again? Sorry.
10 for a ranged defense. You are really it's pretty tight.
Yeah, no, that's a fail. But I do get to move because it's a
Yes,
fail.
and a great idea too.
I think I'm actually going to abscond into support for now.
Yeah, it makes sense. You dash off into the. Good luck, Doctor.
She picks you up. Yeah, she picks you up and she goes, "Not now." And then she tries to throw the knife. The knife absolutely biffs it, and she goes, "Fuck!" and just.
Don't forget, we've been back to the refuge, so you've got your satchel, your
Oh.
medical satchel.
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah, you didn't
good.
use it last time, did you? Yeah.
Good. That'll have to be next turn because it's in support, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. Thank you. That's me.
All right, cool. In which case, then we'll have Rosie, and then we'll do Chun. If that suits.
Is that okay, chat?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Rosie doesn't know what to do. People keep getting yo-yoed. It's very perplexing for her. She wants to protect everybody. So I think she's gonna try and move around to try and keep pace with the sergeant, because they seem to know what they're doing, right? They're doing stuff. And I am ready. I think I will spend my ready. This is a good question. Sergeant, are you staying in the rear, or are you trying to continue round?
I was going to stay in the rear. I was acting partially as a distraction, so that you didn't get hit with interrupts. That's the only reason I went into rear, because there's no point me being in rear.
So the sergeant's like, this is all part of the plan, goes for a flanking maneuver, and you look around and Rosie's just like, what do I do? Standing over you.
Good idea, Chief.
Yeah,
Sergeant, you have to give her orders.
and she's going to expend her ready to let you take cover. I think I can give cover to an ally in my area.
Have one of those then. Yes, shelter. That's what's after.
Okay. Okay.
Nope, that's. There we go.
Well, I mean, like you will be able to roll with advantage if you got elevated, and you don't really seem interested in self-preservation.
True.
Good man.
And then, yeah, at the end of my turn, I will take my resolve damage to steal sheltered for myself. So I think this is largely like Rosie thundering after you and being like, oh, is this the plan? Just like lift, put on top of elevated thing, and then crouch down behind.
I think interestingly, I technically could have survived a hit before I got elevated, but now that I have a terrain token, I'm actually in a lethal zone if Grant hits me.
Well, there's no threat on your area, mate, so I can't do anything.
Oh, I thought there was.
No, I spent it to hit you.
Oh, yeah.
So cool, you've done your thing. Chant, it's you, and then it's me. Oh wait, actually, Chant, I'm going to drop some masonry on you.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, seems fair. You going to do anything about that?
Yeah, I sure am. So it takes 1 resolve damage.
Does it?
Rude. Let's do. Yeah, once per round, I get to immediately guard, which isn't going to save me.
Well, it's two resolve, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's nice to have.
might help.
It might actually save you.
It seems unlikely. What am I rolling?
Yeah, TN10 versus quick, please.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's a
No.
wound, mate.
Down I go.
You're dead. Dead.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so that ignoble end from before, the professor is crushed by enormous stone slab.
Corruption!
Yes, he gets some corruption. There's it. My favorite thing is to kill hunters off, not off camera, but out of focus. But I feel like for the first one, let's have it in focus. So yeah, you were absolutely mangled beneath a huge slab of masonry, and there is a horrible crunch as more of your bones are broken than aren't. We'll
I
go with
think,
that.
even though this is his first death, given everything that's going on, this comes as a relief.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely.
Rosie screams very loud.
I think...
Not about this. She's just seen a squirrel.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen the death yet.
All right. Well, that speeds up the player turn a little bit, which is nice. And it's my turn now, I believe. I think. Yeah, everyone else is gone. Delightful. I'm going to target the both of you in rear, please. Or am I going to fuck up Rosie? No, that doesn't sound very interesting. I'm going to hit the pair of you. So that's spending 2 resolve to do so. And then I'm going to target you both with my sweep attack.
Just quickly, I've currently got elevated terrain.
Yeah.
Can I instead change that to sheltered, because elevated does 0 in rear?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
It's attacks from ranged.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think I'd like to change that for the final release. I think
That's
it's
fine,
like, if you're in elevated, you do it. Yeah. We'll play it as it's written at the moment. So that is TN 9 versus quick for both of you, please.
Three standard success.
Top fucking draw. 5 resolve damage each, please.
Oof!
So
I'm not
4
even
for
ready.
you, Rosie.
I can't counter this. So there
4
goes
for
my
me
resolve.
because
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got the sheltered. But
Oh, yeah, 4 for each of you.
Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, I do have my terrain token.
Oh yeah, so you need to discard it and do something fancy with it, but yeah.
Well, I discard it and would normally give it to someone else, but Sergeant already has. But I do
Already
get double the DR for it, so the DR is normally 2, correct? So I'll actually only take 1 resolve damage.
The DR is normally 1.
Okay, sorry.
So you'll take.
I'll take 2.
Yeah, you take 2. Chris takes 3. And the big bastard lumps around a bit more. I'm gonna keep healing and eating. I think that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
They're heal tanking. It's a DPS check, everyone. Oh god. We just lost one of our DPS as well.
I'm actually I'm going to try and keep hurting you. So we're going to go bellowing prayer. Target all hunters in close. TN 8 wise 2-1.
Oh, Rosie's not very wise. Don't do this to me.
Yeah, 1 wound, please, Rosie.
Fail.
1 wound, please, Chris.
Yeah, that's a
Righto,
fail.
Chief. Let's see if the shotgun does anything. The shotgun does something. It rolls a 9.
Oh, Chris, his close defense is 9.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
how delightful.
you have the slugs in it.
Yeah, just when I make an attack with a shotgun, I may use it. So that's 3 wounds.
Oh.
And I've inflicted a wound, so I get back 2 resolve. See if I get to keep the shotgun. No, it's good.
Okay, cool. Oh, Jengs. Oh, that was really good stuff. So that's I've got 8 resolve on the board. I'm going to place 1 more resolve. Throughout the board, place 1 back here, which really seems like a sensible bet. I also get to place. I would have placed 1 there anyway, because you hit me. I'm going to clear off. Okay, this 1 off here. That's fine. All right. That is unfortunately the end of my turn.
Ooh, pretty precarious position.
Pretty precarious. We'll start with CJ. As you start your turn in support, something interesting happens. I seem to you heal a bit.
Oh, yeah? No. What? Well, I could do it to myself, I guess, with the first aid
I
set.
think there's an automatic thing you get for starting.
So
support.
you get a full reload. And I can't actually, for the life of me, I can't remember now exactly what the.
Have you got cheat sheets in your hands?
If you start, you get full capacity and restore 2 resolve, and then you can choose to make a roll hard to restore 4 resolve or 2 wounds.
Yeah,
You
so
can use the medical kit or do whatever you want.
Okay.
yeah.
You get 2 for free.
2 resolve. And then I guess I will try to roll hard to gain 2 wounds. Is that correct?
You can
Or
do
you
that,
could
or you
use your
can
medical kit.
yeah, use a medical kit which runs off wise instead.
And I think it's 4, I want to say.
It's 4. Yeah, the first aid satchel's 4 wounds.
Or you can run bravely out of support and try and land a knife in its back.
I mean, she was gonna try and do that.
Yeah, fuck it up, man.
Wounds.
It's pretty hurt.
She's a bit not the brightest. Yeah, no, you know what? I've got good resolve. It's fine. Is he broken right now?
Nope.
No.
But one hit will break him.
It's more that I'm hoping to inflict bleeding.
Oh well, then that's Chris.
Let's get someone else first.
Yeah,
if
Chris,
that's
I'll
okay.
go. Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I mean, I can try and just sort of DPS away some of that to make the bleeds easier if you want.
Delightful.
because basically, yeah, I'm bleeding if I inflict a wound. So if I inflict resolve, it's kind of it's good, but it's not great. If I inflict a wound, I can do a lot of shit to him. So
Cool.
Okay, yeah, I'll go first then. Spend the first thing to reload,
Okay, which you make an attack.
which is just a 1/1. So it's
Yep.
1 resolve.
Yep, bonk.
And then the shotgun. Also resolve. 2 resolve.
Breaks him. He is broken.
And I'm still loaded. There we go. So yes, now you should be able to wound him.
hell yeah, thank you. That's very exciting. Okay, so presuming I can actually achieve any of this, for my maneuver, I'm gonna move to ranged, and I'm gonna lob a knife at it.
Okay.
Narratively, I think so. I have a quick question. So Merlin's body's still there right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Yeah, narratively, she stands over his body and
Cool.
lobs a knife at this thing, and it would be really cool if it hits.
Oh, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
We'll see. If
Love
not,
it if
it's
it
just
hit.
it's just another completely ineffectual, which is that makes sense. That's great for the knife, but ranged sharp. My sharp is 11, and sorry,
Okay,
I
so
keep
range defense is
asking
10.
TN. Thank you. Let's see what happens. Under both.
Wounds. How many wounds?
Success. That is gonna be 2-2.
2-2. Now, he's bleeding as well. What does Rivers of Blood do?
Yeah, well, I've got a couple. I've got 2
Oh, cool.
things that
Okay.
can go off. So, when the entity is bleeding, I can remove 1 threat from anywhere on the grid at the end of my turn.
Nice.
If I'm ranged at the end of my turn, I remove +1 threat. So I can remove 2 threat. Also, when he is bleeding, he suffers 2 resolve damage at the end of his turn, but he's broken, so he doesn't really have.
He's as hurt as he physically
He
can
doesn't
be.
have resolve at the moment, but I can remove threat, and I think I'm going to remove
Yeah.
the threat from them.
Oh, that's
Remove 2
nice.
threat. Boom. And so she's finally landed this hit with the knife after lobbing it an innumerable amount of times at the thing. I mean, she
Hits it-
should have some
hits it.
successes.
Hits it in the side of the neck, and it starts bleeding actual blood. Huge, thick spurts of crimson splashing off the roof. I'm going to try and merge you with some ceiling tiles. Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. Okay, that's TN. Keep forgetting. TN 10 versus quick. Let's go.
Okay, my quick is 14. Let's see what happens. Under both? Under both.
Fine. Okay.
Success.
Two resolve.
Thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. 2 resolve. You narrowly avoid being crushed to death directly next to where Merlin is, leaving us with Rosie.
I think it would be on top of, relatively on top of Merlin.
I love the idea that you're standing on the masonry. that's on top
Strata of corpses.
I think she's sort of like positioned just ahead of him, right?
Cool.
As if she's protecting his dead body, which that's
Yeah,
nice
cool.
but useless.
And there's a huge block of masonry tumbles down and hits the masonry, which already crushed Merlin, which allows you to dodge.
And she's sitting there, and like she finally, like narratively, obviously, because I don't have any more moves. As the knife is still in the pig vicar, she finally unlatches the book and pulls it out.
So what though? It's going to be worth hanging on to that body if we can keep it in pristine order, just because it's going to freak Merlin out when we drag it back to the refuge.
Merlin, I want Merlin. I didn't know how to
You
make
greatly
attacks.
overestimate his capacity for empathy and human reactions.
I'm
Elaine.
a Merlin. I'm just a normal Merlin.
Just leave your head in your bed. There's a threat.
Is this some kind of threat? Right, Elaine, it's you.
I think, speaking of empathy, Rosie's she got her crit previous, so her forge hammer's starting to glow. She just scowls at this thing. Stop hurting my friends, you walking bacon! I'm gonna focus and then attack. I think seems like the thing to do here to try and land a killing blow. So that's 2 dice. Let's go.
Yes, enough.
That's a 10 and a 3, so that'll be, what was it, close defense?
Well, it doesn't matter, it's broken.
You need to hit it. It's got
Yeah.
1 wound.
Okay.
It's super. Yes.
Sizzling of pig flesh off of this forge hammer. I'm gonna
You
beat
smash
some
it down
bacon
to-
out of this damn thing.
Smash it down. Smash its knee apart. Good old knees.
Hmm.
It stumbles down, crushing another couple of its attendants, and then you're able to just one-handed break. Actually, sorry, I'm describing your kill. Tell me how you kill it, Elaine.
No, I think that's very good. You go for the second knee, you bring it down to size, and then you do that one big two-handed overhand smash down on the head. Squish.
There's a tremendous slam as this thing's full weight crashes into the ground, and there's a rumbling as though the floor's going to collapse, and then it doesn't. You're fine. Congrats, everyone. Fewer congrats to Chunt, who died.
No, I'm loving it.
Different
Chant,
congrats.
Chunt, that's D10 corruptional beam.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we haven't got one of those on the table, have we?
Well, we don't. We can roll a D20 and
I can roll a
halve it.
d20 and halve it. I can just about do that much math, yeah. That is 2 points of corrupt. Well, that's a 2.
So what? 2 points. Okay, cool. 2 points of corruption added to any other corruption, but I don't think you're super corrupt at the moment. Damn, I was really hoping we'd pop something there. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I really want to show off the corruption mechanic. So,
Yeah, fuck
Chant,
it, it's
Chant,
10.
you rolled a 10.
Yes.
Woo!
Top draw.
Oh no,
Um,
Merlin.
Everyone else, please work out how you're going to do a baptism while I look up the corruption rules.
Same as always for Alexandra. Well, I mean, sometimes there's bits and bobs that are different, but she's gonna go smear some of the gore from the pig vicar on the inside of the book, on that inside back cover. And then I think she doesn't look like super concerned or upset about it, but like she pulls the knife out of the thing's neck and just goes and sits by like Merlin's crushed body, and it's just like. Here we go again.
I think Rosie's baptism just happens naturally as she just keeps hammering this thing's head over and over and over and over, screaming about how it's killed Mr. Merlin. And then eventually,
bless Rosie.
and then she doesn't understand that Merlin will come back. This is the first time this has happened. So she's just lost in this smash, 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 and working. You know, there's a concept of pig iron, right? Essentially. Between the hot forge hammer absorbing some of this thing's blood, the hammer gets a dull sort of red veins through it. in the
That was
process.
almost like scabbing.
Yeah, that's good.
Chris?
I'm imagining one of those like chest tracked camera shots.
Oh,
Like
like police officer.
Yeah, but like really close into his face.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Shots.
Facing up, yeah.
Yeah, as he's walking away from Rosie and getting covered in blood, and you can see the sort of thing, and walks over to the corpse where CJ's standing, and just like he's using the shotgun as a crutch as well at the moment. Just really unceremoniously lights Merlin on fire. Like it's just a thing he has to do rather than like, oh no, my friend is dead. It's you burn the bodies.
Yeah. It's not,
I wouldn't want to come across me again mangled.
Out of politeness, I really like that.
Yeah, you know, like it's just a thing you do.
All right. Chan, roll me a d6, please.
Sure thing.
I think by this point, Alex is kind of just having a presumably one-sided, well, at least assumably one-sided conversation with the book. And she's just like, I should probably use you eventually. Could be useful. And is just kind of sitting by this burning body, just like mumbling to her book.
The book's sulking.
Yeah.
What do you get,
So
Chan?
I got a 4, which I believe is weapon.
It
echo.
is weapon. Yeah, which one do you want? Presumably the book, because you keep using
Let's
it.
go with the book. Yeah, it's gotten a lot of use.
Okay. Roll me a d20, please. And add 1 to it,
Intriguing.
because that's your current number of echoes.
That's 15.
15. Interesting enough. Okay, so rules-wise, it's a boon. So the way that boons work, the way that banes work, corruption. When you hit 10 corruption, you get an echo, and an echo is either a boon or a bane. It's something that's attached to your character. You can only have 2 boons and 2 banes at any given time. Fresh ones, if you roll a third of each of either, you have to replace one that's already there. This is in part to balance the slightly more outlandish results, and also to kind of cut down on the amount of bookkeeping. But you got reinforcement. Your weapon feels heavier in your palm. Increase your weapon's resolve damage by 1.
I like that. That
which
feels
might-
correct. We
you
learned
might actually-
from this.
So, like, rather than a book, so you've got the book, but yours is all sort of tipped in together, right? It's all sort of mangled in.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to work out what your. Yeah, okay.
I would have said that the book's getting more and more armored now that it's frightened of dying. Like it's picking up some of Rosie's forge styling.
Yes, I
and
like
just
that.
getting
Oh, that's good.
like wrought plates on the front of the book.
I'm trying to think what your relation. So, like, Alexander's relationship with a book is fraught, let's say, and it almost feels like there's a caretaker element to it. What's your relationship like with your book? Because I remember the sword was pissed off at you because you didn't draw it.
Yeah, Merlin's relationship with the book is much more civil. He makes much more use of it. It's sort of student and teacher, but like ambitious student.
Okay.
Sort of, like Merlin's trying to be its peer, and the book is, well, the book is the book.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. There's this tremendous. The last thing you remember is this tremendous this white flash of light as your optic nerves were ground to a sort of jam, and then you're not alive for a while. You're not dead for a while, and you wake up. You wake up as though hungover. We'll go with you are metaphysically hungover, and you wake up in the familiar rambling environs of your refuge, the sort of library cum labyrinth. Cum labyrinth, library slash labyrinth that Alexandra has put together for you. And sitting at the foot of your bed is a It is, and this is going to be a modern reference, but we'll adjust it backwards. It's like you've described your dad to an AI, and it's done drawing of him. And like your character's dad, I presume. Not your actual
Yeah,
dad.
my dad filtered through AI would be really fucking something. Can I make a small request? Can we say
Absolutely.
it's his brother,
Please, love
who
it.
was smarter than him and whom he murdered?
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. We'll say, like, a much more accurate version of your brother will also arrive if you roll the right number on your corruption echoes.
Great, good.
But the book has created an effigy which it thinks you want to see, and sitting on the edge of your bed is a version of your brother with 6 fingers on one hand, hair that's growing into his collar, and an eye that doesn't quite line up properly. Like gills, that sort of thing.
Mm.
It lays a hand on your hand. Says, "What does your book sound like? Let's see. Let's work this out." It speaks as though with multiple different voices, which I can't do as a GM doing it live. But I like the idea that it's speaking and there's its own words are being played in reverse, sort of like cutting in, so like coming in underneath, as it is cobbled together out of all of your findings as well, and it is growing within. It places a hand on your hand and looks you in the eye and says, "Don't let it happen again." And winks. And then
Oh, that's somehow the worst part.
and then stands up, and you feel this tremendous rush as you wake up again, and he's not there. And the book is now slightly, as Chris said, slightly more armored, slightly more reinforced. I think you only do 1/1 with it anyway, right?
To start with, yeah.
Cool. Well, it does shotgun damage now, which is quite nice. It does 2/1 on resolve, which is good. So it is now significantly heavier and warm to the touch. And there's a chapter in there you definitely didn't put in.
Oh.
And we'll call it there.
Hey. I guess next episode it's back to the refuge.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Well, we've got our first death, folks. I'll go ahead and wrap us up. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you also want to play The Sins of Griffin Priory, you can do so at rrtgames.com/hollows, and our backer kit is still live, where you can back the full version of Hollows, as well as get in on the discussion about this Hollow that we're creating. This was much smoother than my start. Nice, CJ. So anyway, it's been great to have you here. We will see you here next week, and thanks to Sam Lamont, thanks to Chris, Chant, and Elaine, and thank you, Grant, for running this for us. This has been a blast, as always. Unless anyone has any parting shots, I will send us off.
We're good to go. Thanks, everyone.
Great.
See you next time.
See you
Bye,
later.
folks.
My name is Grant Howitt, and this is Hollows. Hollows is a monster hunting tabletop role-playing game with the best tactical combat system you've ever seen. You play as hunters. You invade other people's personal hells and murder their inner demons. You've got the seed of one of these hells inside of you, but you've also got weapons. Pistols and shotguns, swords and spears, books and armor. Your chosen weapons define how your character fights, and you'll need to master them and combine their abilities in creative ways to overcome the nightmares you face. So, gather your allies and slice through the fabric between worlds to dive into hell. Explore the ghost stories, allegorical landscapes, and tragic histories that await you. Hunt down the Lord at its heart and lay them to rest with blade and bullet, to put an end to their cancerous pocket dimensions for good. Whether you're sneaking through a trap-filled warehouse, outrunning a wall of screaming fire, or trying to hit a towering entity, the core mechanic of Hollows is the same. You roll a single d20 and try to roll under one of your stats. Strong, hard, quick, sharp, or wise. If you roll under your stat, you succeed. And if you roll the exact same number as your stat, you get a critical success. However, if you roll over your stat, you fail. In practice, this means that the higher your stat, the more likely you are to succeed. But even with a low stat, there's always a chance at success and failure. The GM will also give you a specific target number to aim for, representing the difficulty of what you're trying to achieve. In combat, this is normally one of the entity's 3 defenses: close, ranged, or weird. If your successful roll lands in the sweet spot under your stat and matching or beating the target number, you gain a superior success. Superior successes are not quite as powerful as a critical success, but they are much easier to land and often trigger special effects from your abilities. As you increase your stats, or use clever tricks and tactics to lower the target number or roll more dice, you increase the range and frequency of your superior successes, turning the odds in your favour. That's the core mechanic for Hollows. Let's talk about what an average game looks like. Gameplay in Hollows is divided into 3 main phases: exploration, combat, and recovery. Exploration in Hollows is your classic theatre of the mind role-playing game. You delve into this strange otherworld to uncover the story of the lore that sits at the heart of the Hollow. You're exploring and you're role-playing with your party. You're getting to understand what's happened and you're finding relics that are going to help you out, deciding whether to pick up new abilities and draw attention to yourself, or to rush to the final boss and kill it quick, and deciding whether to defeat the Lord or to try and save them from their torment. Saving them, of course, is significantly more difficult. When you encounter a monster, the whole game flips over to become a 1 versus many adversarial tactical game. Each Hollows fight is designed to take around 60 to 90 minutes, so you can have a few in a session. We use this targeting grid, which puts the monster, the entity, at the centre, because what matters most is where you all are in relation to the monster, not where it is in relation to everything else. It's similar to lock-on targeting, found in many video games, recreated on the tabletop. Each hunter has 2 weapons, and they give access to a bunch of different abilities. Some weapons like the knife let you be quick and high damaging, encouraging you to move around the grid to get the jump on the enemy. Weapons like the armour are slow and soak damage to let you tank. Other weapons, like the book, get a bit more complex and interact with the monster or the environment in advanced ways. Choose your weapons wisely and combine their abilities to create unique combos for yourself and your fellow hunters. A round of combat in Hollows is quick fire and the state of the game changes constantly. On your turn, you can take 2 actions, an attack and a maneuver, or 2 maneuvers if you're trying to get yourself set up for something clever. Maneuvers cover anything that's not an attack, like aiming, taking cover, moving across the grid, reloading your weapons, or catching your breath and recovering. Attacks use one of your 2 weapons. As mentioned before, you'll be using the core mechanic to roll a d20 and try to beat the entity's defense and get as close as possible to your stat without going over. The weapons you use define what stat you attack with, which zones you can attack from, and which of the entity's defenses you target. An entity like the Hound has a very high range defense of 12, but a close defense of 9, meaning that it has a much easier time dodging your ranged attacks. You'll need to get in close, or find another way to lower its defense if you want to deal more than glancing blows. Each fight is designed to get you thinking about clever combos between not just your own abilities, but also throughout the whole party. Those combos build over time too. Each fight you win, you get to pick a new ability to add to your sheet, but most are temporary till the end of the Hollow. At the end of that adventure, you can pick one of the abilities you've unlocked and make it permanent. It sticks around even if you change weapons later on, meaning you can make your own powerful builds over time. But enough about players. Let's talk about those monsters, and why GMing Hollows is about as much fun as playing it. Every entity has all the mechanical pieces you'd expect. They all have defenses, attacks and maneuvers, they all have health, and so on. Each of these are unique and offer tactical challenges for your player to overcome. But that's only the beginning of what makes GMing Hollows monsters special. Firstly, you get to play with Threat. Threat represents the entity's attention and intent, and you place it on the grid at the end of your turn and whenever a player lands a hit on you. You spend it in one of 2 ways, either to enhance your attacks or to make actions when it's not your turn, called interrupts. Every entity has unique interrupts and they all shake up the fight in unexpected ways. It's a bit like aggro or telegraphed attacks you'd find in video games. You can either save it to build the tension as you power up a big attack, or spend it to counter your player's attacks just when they're starting to feel too confident. Speaking of overconfidence, during the exploration phase, your players may have inadvertently caused the entity's doom to increase, most often by failing tests. As an entity accumulates doom, it gains new and deadly abilities. Even when the entities are losing hard, you still get to have some fun. Most entities have a unique ability which triggers when they take a lot of damage and is first broken. Think of breaking like entering a second phase in a boss fight. The entity gets to make a big attack, gain a new ability, or change how it fights. There's a lot of inspiration here from MMORPGs with huge set-piece combats. We've got monsters that light up the grid with threat and slowly spin to create areas hunters have to avoid, others that tie characters together with needles and string to slow them down, and even one that summons a train through the grid to take hunters down with massive damage. And what if you lose? Well, the game is not meant to be easy, it's meant to be very hard. Each fight balances on a knife edge between victory and defeat. The GM has tools to dial difficulty up and down, as do players if they want to, but most importantly, if a hunter dies, they gain corruption, which makes them stronger, unlocks new ways to play, and also incidentally brings them closer to the grand malignancies, the dark gods that rule the Isles and warp its people. If you're the kind of GM who's always wanted to TPK your players, this is your moment to shine. Not only is it one of you versus 4 or so of them, but also you're actively encouraged to make the monster as hard as possible to kill. You can get out all those miniatures from other games, create a horror story around one of them, stick it in the centre of this grid, and try really hard to defeat your players in a game of skill, tactics, and luck, knowing that whoever wins, the player characters get stronger, just in different ways. Once the boss is defeated, the Hollow ends, and you get to go back to your refuge, a sort of interdimensional sanctuary that's open just to you and your mates. You can rest and recover there, but you can also use the materials you've brought back from your exploits to upgrade your home and unlock new abilities, from better weapons to new ways to reduce corruption and more. This is also the place other characters might come to call home. The lords you've saved from their torment, now shells of their former selves, burdened with regret and committed to helping put the world to rights alongside you. And that's your mission as hunters. Your benefactors keep feeding you with enough cash to survive, and a steady stream of new hollows that need your attention. There's a wider world, cities, forests, the people who work the fields, the crown clinging to power, the pig preachers with their religion of rot, the normal people who don't hunt and can't see the peril the Isles are really in. Eventually, over a campaign, you might manage to do real damage to the malignancies, to turn the tide against them. Or you might succumb to the malignancies yourself, turning inwards, rotting like a peach till you sit monstrous at the centre of your own hollow, waiting for your friends to come and kill you. It's up to you. If you want to see hollows in play, you can go to our YouTube channel and watch some of us fight through the Sins of Grisham Priory, our quick start campaign. Or download it and have a go yourself. Good luck, Hunter.